If you're on the hunt for fun classroom supplies and done-for-you activities, you're in luck, my friend, because I'm going to share with you my favorite subscription box for all of our pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade teachers. Welcome back to the Preschool All-Stars podcast. I'm your host, Joy Anderson. And with me today is my good friend, Stephanie Steen. She and Paula Steen have created the most amazing subscription box that every teacher needs to have and every mother needs to have for their children as well. And it's called Kindergarten Crate. Paula is an entrepreneur who taught elementary school for 15 years. And Stephanie is a licensed mental health therapist who has worked as a special education teacher assistant. Welcome to the podcast, Stephanie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so good. So we are
Thanks
super excited to have you. Yes. Oh my gosh. I've been excited because anything like physical that we can touch and have shipped to us, I am all for. I'm all for helping these teachers and mamas out. So you have this amazing subscription. Can you share your story about where you started this? Because this didn't come out of nowhere. Where was this born? This amazing idea.
Absolutely. So Paula was a teacher for 15 years. Most of the time she was teaching was spent in kindergarten. Towards the end of teaching, a lot of it was spent on planning. So, constantly bringing home items, planning, trying to, come up with all the lesson plans. So really it kind of started from there. And we thought, wouldn't it be a great idea to just have some lesson plans sent? And then we wanted to also make it fun. So that's where we kind of came up with the box idea and being able to give just really cool manipulative so the kids can have hands-on objects that they can manipulate and work with, and that will help with making sure that it's tied to their learning, but in a fun way, because we always want to have fun with our kids too. So.
That's amazing. So, of course, out of her own experience of being so frustrated with all the prep, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Every single teacher out there is like, yes, yes, yes. We can 100% relate. We each spend about probably at least 2 hours every night prepping for the next class.
Absolutely.
So whatever we can do to really just streamline that is amazing. Okay, so that was built from her own frustration, was thinking that let's do some done for you plans and stuff for herself. But when did it start growing into let's start selling these for other people?
Actually, it was probably about 2 years once we finally kind of started to really build what we've had in our minds for so long. So, it was just kind of one of those slow over time. We'd always think about it, talk about it. And then one day we're like, let's just do it. Let's just do it and see where it goes. And we're in year 4 now. So
That's
extremely
amazing.
happy with everything. So,
oh my gosh, year 4 from...
Yep.
So, this is exciting. Now, there's a reason why I brought you on super fast here that I wanted to speak to you and Paula was because there's a lot of subscription things out there, right? There truly are, but they're big companies. And I don't believe that every single one of them has a story like yours or has the passion behind it like your company does. I mean, truly, from the experience of teachers yourselves and then bringing this out to our community is so amazing. So that's why I wanted to have you on for sure.
Awesome.
So you brought it out. Now, how many kits do you think that you've sent out, or how many, over the years, teachers have you helped?
Currently, we have about 2,500 teachers who we send boxes out to each month.
Wow.
It was slow going at first, and, it's just kind of built momentum as people have seen what we can do. There are other subscription boxes out there, but we are the only ones who are geared towards certain grades, the primary grades. So what you're going to get is very tailored to your grade and also your students, because we're doing a lot of the things are for your actual classroom and for your students versus just, a cup or a sock or, those things are nice. And we do include those. But the bulk of what we will send is really to help you in the classroom. So.
And will this also work if mothers are homeschooling at home or if they have, young ones at home as well?
So our boxes are typically geared towards 24 children. But the good thing is that a lot of the things that we send that are, kind of quantifiable stuff can be reused. So one month we sent ribbon where the kids cut the ribbon into little snowflakes and use those as manipulatives. Well, now you have a whole thing of ribbon that you can do any art project with.
Uh-huh.
So the items are definitely reusable, and can kind of keep going and going even for just one or two kids. So
That's perfect. Okay, so mostly designed for teachers for the classroom, right?
right.
Okay, love this. And you have specific crates. So even though your company, and I had to clarify when I
Mhm.
went to your site because I was like, this is so cool. I wish they had a preschool one. And then I was like, wait, they have pre-K. Yes.
Yep.
So this
Yeah,
is
so we
great.
do three grades right now. We have pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade. The only big difference between the boxes are the activities. So, if you get, mini erasers for pre-K, you might work on just counting with them. Kindergarten, you're going to be adding, so it's the same materials, but used differently based on the grades.
Okay, well, that's an important point too,
Mhm.
because as the children develop, as even if we
Right.
have different, yeah, we can reuse those materials in different ways. So I love that. So we
Yeah.
have the pre-K, the kindergarten, and the first grade crates, all at kindergartencrate.com. But also, what I loved when I was checking you out and figuring out, like, why is everyone so passionate and raving about your boxes? Because I've seen them everywhere. I mean, you don't go far in the preschool world without, or the kindergarten world, without
Mhm.
seeing your boxes in the hands of amazing leaders showing off to their to their
Mhm.
audiences. And so I want to make sure I bring the best, and obviously you have a huge raving fan base, so we want to definitely have our listeners move forward with you on this. But here's my question to you: when did you decide to add items not just for the students but for the teachers themselves? Was that like an original idea, or did that
It
grow over
was.
time?
It was. Taking care of yourself as a teacher is so important. And so our teacher gifts, are sometimes just a shirt. A lot of times we'll do like a little snack, but something like interesting. We did like donut jelly beans, so they were good. So just a lot of different things that we do, but we wanted to know that teachers are important and that they're cared about and they have worth. They're doing a huge job. And so wanting to make sure that they knew that they were special and also cared about in our boxes. So that was something that we knew right off the bat that we wanted to make sure that we did.
Well, and I think it's so great because obviously we're going to invest for the classroom, right? We always do, regardless. We spend way too much money out of our own pockets in our classrooms. But knowing that even though we're giving them an amazing thing, we kind of are like, what's in it for me? Like, I wonder what I get
Exactly.
this month, right?
Exactly.
That's super fun. So, could you share over the years? There's been so many boxes that you've sent out. Is there one box that is just like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites, that you really loved putting together?
Mhm.
Or if you have one most recently, talk about the one that you have recently that you really enjoyed putting together.
Yeah, we actually the one of the sweetest stories that my favorite books that we've done so far was the gingerbread pup. What made it really cute is that and kind of special was that the book had been released about a week before we sent the boxes. So we knew nobody was going to have the book. Um, and so that just, for me made it just an awesome box. And it was just a really sweet gingerbread story. And it was so different from other ones that we typically have. So it was really good with compare and contrasting. And we had these really cute gingerbread pup stickers that went with it. So it was definitely one of my favorite boxes just because it was just new and just really special. So, and a very sweet story.
Oh, absolutely. Now, also centered around in your kits is the story. It's the read aloud story. And then everything kind of branches off of that, right?
Yes. So we start with a book and then just everything kind of goes from there.
So fun. So fun. So let's see. The one that you're doing for this month, talk about that one.
So the one that we have right now is Arnie the Donut. It is the most funny story ever. So it's a little donut that gets picked up from the donut store, and the man takes him home and is about to eat him, and the donut freaks out. It's like, "Why are you eating me?" And so it's just a really funny book. So we have a lot of really cool ideas to go with that. We found really cute donut erasers. I don't think I have them with me right now. They're like donut erasers. and they're really adorable. So a lot of hands-on manipulative activities with those. And that's when we're doing the Krispy Kreme jelly beans and stuff. So for the teachers. So it's going to be.
That's awesome. And I think too, like the idea of having something delivered to your door where you can open up the door and like, yes, we got a package, is so fun, especially for children these days. Like they don't get a lot of mail or packages sent to them.
Right.
It's usually a bunch of Amazon boxes to mom and dad.
Right. So a lot of our teachers will actually open the box with their kids. So, they'll all sit in circle time and, the teacher will open the box and they get really, really excited. So I've had some teachers send us videos of opening the box in front of their kids and just to see their face. It's really cool.
Totally. I don't know any other way that you should open it, quite frankly. I mean, if you just like pull out, okay, we're going to read a story. Like there's nothing special other than any other book that you chose, right?
Exactly.
That's amazing. So where is the future headed for you? Like if you could forecast for the next 5 years, where is Kindergarten Crate going to go? What are your goals? What are your dreams?
We are getting a lot of emails about asking for second grade boxes. So that is a possibility. So we're working on that. Second grade is kind of a little different than kindergarten and first grade, pre-K. So we're kind of wrapping our brains around whether that's going to be possible or not. But honestly, we just want to give back to teachers as much as we can. So, a big thing that we have in our future is just to really give back to teachers. We're going to start doing a lot more contests to give away free boxes because we know, not all teachers can afford it, but we want to get our box into as many hands as we can. And we're also going to start doing Donor's Choice each month. Just picking a few teachers that, have some great items that they want for their classroom. So that's kind of our two big goals, giving back and as much as possible, and then seeing if we can kind of keep adding some grades.
That's so fun. Now, when you're looking at putting your boxes together, how do you decide like which book to choose? Are you looking for authors who are just barely starting to get published? Or are you having authors reach out to you to put their books in your boxes? What is your ideal book to start with that box?
So it's kind of a mix of both. We have had a few authors reach out to us. We do, some that are real classic books. I think back in March, we did A Rainbow of My Own. So that was a great kind of classic book. And then, like I said, the Gingerbread Pup, which is brand new. And then the other thing that we also look for is to make sure that the books kind of reflect the diversity of all children in our schools, because that's so important. So we kind of start from there. Paula picks all the books. She does all of the planning of the activities. So even though she's not a teacher anymore, she still gets that part. But she loves it. She'll sit there and spend hours. Her whole idea is that she does the hard work for you. So she's the one who kind of picks the books and plans everything. So she does amazing at that.
Nice. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing everything about Kindergarten Crate. So where can everyone go? I know that they're going to want to sign up right now for their pre-K, kinder, and first grade classrooms. Where should they go?
Absolutely. You can go to kindergartencrate.com.
That's easy enough. Everybody go check them out. Go subscribe right now. You can't wait until you get your own box in your hands. kindergartencrate.com. Again, Stephanie, thank you for being on our podcast.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
If you love today's episode, then you are going to love this. I want to give you a free gift in your hands. This is a copy of my book, Start Your Preschool, and I want to get it to you for free. Yes, I said for free. It is a 300-page book. It'll help you learn the step-by-step process to actually starting your local or your online preschool. Every single step that I walked myself through, as well as the thousands of women who've created their own successful preschools, have gone through the exact steps listed in this book. Not to mention, I also share 20 amazing women's stories. So you can see how not only did it work for me, but it works for amazing women just like you as well. I want to get you this free copy. Just go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get it to you today. Again, just go to freepreschoolbook.com and we'll get it right to you.